Hello everyone. Hope you are all doing your preparation well for your optional, for your mains. Today we are going to see about Marshallian approach to price determination. Introduction. This approach is called as partial equilibrium analysis. Partial means approaching with a single commodity, not with every commodity and every factors in the market. This did this approach is determined under perfect competition. Perfect competition, which means it's like an imaginary market for today's market trend. Next slide. This this approach is determined under three assumptions, which means keeping the price of the other commodities constant. The price of substitute goods. This approach is only comes under the single commodity. If you take a single commodity like tea, if you take tea, you must take about only one company's tea brand, not the every commodity, every tea brands in the market. So this approach keeps the price of other commodities constant. The various commodities are not independent. Every commodity is not independent in this market. The price determination of a single commodity through intersection of demand and supply. So a single, let's take this is the graph. This is the graph of single commodity. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. This is price. This is quantity. If you take the price of tea, this is the demand supply curve. This is your demand curve. This particular point is called equilibrium point, where the demand and supply curve intersects each other. This is called equilibrium. This comes under perfect competition. Now let us see what is perfect competition. As I said, perfect competition is an imaginary market for today's market trend. Uh, what are the functions of futures and conditions of the perfect competition? Let's see about that. There are large number of buyers and sellers. There is neither single buyer nor a single seller who can determine or influence the price. Every buyer and every seller will influence the price. There will be a uniform price. No one can fix the price. No one can make the price for product. Then everyone produces homogeneous product, which means every product are identical or similar. Uh, let's take about Miranda and no, let's take about Slice and Maza. These two products are mango drinks, which are identical in taste and preference of the customer, which is identical in quality, identical in nature, color, everything. In this market, there is free entry and free exit. If perfect competition market earns a supernormal profit, uh, there if it earns a supernormal profit, new firms can enter in the market. So this is supply. I will draw it. Demand curve, supply curve. This part is called a supernormal profit. If a market earns a supernormal profit, new firms can enter into the market. If a market is under loss, the existing firms will get out. So that's only here it is called as free entry and free exit. There is no trade barriers, no barriers for entry and exit. Next one is absence of transportation cost. Here there is absence of transportation cost because the market is run under a uniform price, like said in the first point. So the transportation cost will not influence the price to fluctuate. The next one is about knowledge about the markets. The market is running under the uniform cost as I said in the above. So the producer and the seller has the perfect knowledge about the market, what to produce in what amount of quality and quantity should be produced in the market. Next one, mobility of factors of production. The factors of production will be free from move to one place to another, from one industry to another industry easily to get better remuneration. So there is a mobility of factors of production. There is no intervention by the government. Here the government cannot control the price fixing mechanism of the perfect competition market. Only the buyers and the sellers, only the producers and the sellers make the market fluctuating and fixing the prices. The sellers are here price takers, not the price makers in this perfect market. Yeah, we go for Marshallian approach. It is a microeconomic analysis. Marshallian approach neglects the interdependence of a commodity in the market. If you take a tea, it neglects the complementary goods of teas. It only focuses on only tea. So we can achieve equilibrium only considering the tea alone. Next, one variable at a time is considered. Now, variable means factors of production like taste and price, taste and preference of the consumer, then quality, quantity. These are the variables which can be changed from time to time. In Marshallian approach, he considers only one variable, that is price. How price is adjusting according to the demand and supply in the market. Equilibrium of a particular group or a part is analyzed. Equilibrium of a particular group of the part is like particular group or a particular group, single commodity group or a single part. Single part means example for only a tea. It can only consider a tea. Here, the demand function for a commodity is drawn within the assumption that the prices of other commodities, taste and preference, income of the consumer remains constant. Only the price of the commodity is valued or examined in this demand perspective. While in the supply function, for a commodity is considered by that the price of other commodities, price of resources or raw materials, price of factors of production, and the production function remains the same. It cannot be changed. Only the price of the particular product is determined for its demand and supply. Now moving to the main explanation of this approach, ceteris paribus. Remind this word, keep in your mind. Ceteris paribus means all other things being equal. All other things being equal means income of the consumer, taste and preference of the consumer, production function, factors of production, everything is equal for every consumer. That is the basic assumption. Ceteris paribus means all other things being equal. Then say, now going to the exact explanation, say if a good x means t, we can take as t. If a good x is independent single commodity where demand and utility is same. Demand for a commodity and the utility means usefulness or satisfaction consuming that commodity. The demand and the utility is same from a consumer perspective. Coming to the producer perspective, supply and the cost is same. Supply means the elasticity of supply and the cost of producing it is equal for each company, each producer, each seller. This is what the exact explanation of this approach. This is the theme of this approach. With change in new data, new demand and supply curve will be formed. If you take this is the graph, this demand curve, this is your supply curve. This is the prevailing Prevailing means existing equilibrium. If a commodity price goes, demand is more. I draw another graph. This is x-axis. This is the y-axis. This is 0. This is the supply curve. I draw it on another page. Here. This is your x-axis. This is your y-axis. This is quantity, your price. This is your supply curve. This is your demand curve. If P goes to P1, price changes to P1, there will be a new intersecting point where this is demand, this is the supply. This goes where the supply is, where demand is low, the supply is here great. So this is excess supply. Supply is more here in this particular excess supply. Excess supply. Sorry guys. P and M. If price goes from P to P1, there emerges a new graph. Here the demand is low, the supply is high in this point. If price goes below to P2, the supply is low, the demand is high. This point is known as excess demand. Excess demand. This particular point is known as excess supply, which means here the demand is low, the supply is high, so there is an excess supply in the prevailing price P1. From P to P1 there is excess supply. From P to P2 the demand is high, the supply is low, there is excess demand. So the market needs more goods to be produced. The producer need to sell more goods in the market. So the graph will adjust according to the market's condition. That's what this approach is saying. Thus equilibrium will be formed as a result of change in price. As I said in the previous graph, price from P to P1 goes, there is excess supply. So the demand is low, the supply is high, the market condition need to be changed according to that to get equilibrium. If the price goes from P to P2, there will be excess demand, the supply is low. So the market needs to produce more goods and sell in the market. So the sellers and the producers need to adjust the market condition to reach equilibrium. Equilibrium is the point where a producer can make profits. That's it guys. Next video we see about Walrasian's approach, and after that we see about the comparison between the Marshallian and Walrasian approaches. Thank you guys. I see you in the next video.